Hey everyone, Dan here. It is after market close on Tuesday, March 16th, and wanted to take a look at some of the plays we've been watching. Before we get started, I would ask that you hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying these videos, and you'll get automatically notified that way. Also, if there's symbols or tickers that you'd like me to take a look at, put them in the comments section below, and also put any questions or ideas that you would like to share there as well. I think that helps everyone out. All right, so IPOE, we've been talking about before it's sort of goes into its final phase of its merger with SoFi. And IPOE got beat down a bit today, as you see here. If we zoom out a little bit, we can see more so where we are. If you go through my Twitter this afternoon, you'll see I had said, IPOE had a nice bounce, which you see right here, off of our buy zone. Price target, which was $18. I actually took an entry point based on that, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I mean, it definitely had a down day, but as we've been saying, there's a lot of room to run between 18 and 19.19, and that $1.19 is a pretty big percentage change in the price of the stock because the stock price is so low. So we've been seeing sort of like these wild fluctuations in this price zone, and that just continued today. But in my eyes, that was a good sign that it bounced off of that sort of grab it up while it's this price $18 target that I had. But it may not be out of the woods yet. It's obviously struggling to get anything like a higher high coming in today. So it was okay yesterday and even into the after hours, but today it just couldn't get anything going. And sometimes that just happens, but those are the times that we use it to scoop up hopefully what ends up to be cheap shares. Moving on, so somebody wanted me to look at Viacom, and I had actually drawn this chart yesterday and forgot to put it in the video. So what you're seeing here was actually drawn like during this time frame here. But at that point, basically what I was looking at in my mind was really good sign if it can develop this 95.47 green support, and it has done that since I drew it in. And so what I'd be looking for this week is a bullish price target in this purple box that puts us just call it 99 to 102. So a $3 price range, but I just think there's a lot of room in this box to be moving. In the channel, I should say, to be moving. And it is toward the top of the channel, so if I was going to enter this position, I would not be taking it right now. I'd be looking for something more, as it holds the bottom of the channel, or even maybe this 92.13 zone. My really good entry price scenario, which I know anyone who's holding the stock currently is not going to want to talk about, but would be that it essentially falls out of the channel, comes into this green box, because I think that this yellow is going to offer really strong support based on all of this previous price activity that happened. A lot of tops and bottoms in there, and I would expect that to kind of stand. So this is also a pretty solid consolidation zone prior to making big moves. So I could see 85.65 being another area where you sort of start your buys and then average down, and then see how your thesis plays out of this 82.90 holding if it does get down there. So if I were to take a position in Viacom, that's probably what I'd be looking for. Channel out, come into the green box, and jump off from there. But again, if you're holding it and you're bullish and you don't want to see that happen, I would be looking in this purple box, 102 down to 99. All right. Regardless, look for it to stay in the channel because that gives you nice predictable price activity. Space. So Space has, I had put out a chart on this a few days ago, and at that time, this top blue line, this 32.97, was the top price that I had because we were probably down somewhere in here. And so it blew past that, so I took these purple lines and put those in as additional sort of support and resistance zones to be looking for. It's fallen through those after, establishing resistance there. And so what I'd be looking for, since I don't currently have a position in space, I call it space, SPCE, but it's Virgin Galactic, is it to fall into this green box would be a really good buy zone to me. And if it does that, to me, what would have happened with this recent price action was that, it had obviously this great push up, but then the pullback was actually coming down to fill this gap that presented itself back around March 10th, March 11th. And so that's why I have that box there. In any case, I would expect it to have really strong support at that 30.01 level. And, so even if I did start a position there and continue to dip buy it down to that support level, I'd feel okay about that. So that's where I think space is going, SPCE is going. And that'll do it for this video. So if you're in any of these plays, good luck. I hope your week's going well, and I will see you all in the next video.